Hi everyone, Bob here, and welcome to The Perfect Drink, where if you're going to make a drink, make it the perfect drink. As you may recall, last month we did a single serve margarita for when in the summertime and you want a margarita and you want to make something up quick. Single serve margarita really hits the spot. But today we're going to talk about a batch margarita as we're approaching Cinco de Mayo, and I'm sure you're going to have some friends over. And this batch margarita is probably one of the best ones I've ever had. A friend of mine, Chris, put me onto this recipe. It's from Cooks Illustrated. I do tweak it a smidge, but it's probably one of the best margaritas I have. It's very fresh. And the only problem with it is that it takes a little planning because you have to make your fresh sour mix the night before, leave it in the fridge, and then have it ready for when you're ready to mix up your cocktails for your guests. So let's start with the sour mix. Basically, you want to get 3 or 4 lemons and 3 or 4 limes, probably 4 limes. You want to zest them. Do that first. Basically, you need 4 teaspoons of zest from the lemon and 4 teaspoons of zest from the lime. And then once you have that zest, you put it in your mixing container, and then add, after you squeeze the lemons and you squeeze the limes, you need a ½ cup of fresh squeezed lime juice and fresh squeezed lemon juice, both strained, and put it in. So you're going to have about a cup of liquid in the end, and then you want to add to it either a ¼ cup of superfine sugar, or I substitute agave syrup, which is a little sweeter. It's probably 50% more sweeter than sugar. And I use 1½ ounces, which is the larger side of a shot glass. So 1½ ounces of agave syrup or a ¼ cup of superfine sugar. And then finally, in this mixture, you want to add a pinch of salt. So I use kosher salt. So I put a pinch in there. So you have the salt, the agave syrup, or the sugar, ½ cup of the lime juice and fresh squeezed lemon juice, strained, and then the 4 teaspoons each of lemon zest and lime zest. Cover it up, put it in your fridge the day before. 24 hours is great, overnight is great, but you want it to all meld together. And then the night you're gonna have these cocktails, you're gonna need a mixing vessel for your drinks. I'm gonna use this one, which is my tall one, because I'm gonna add the liquid to my shaker glass in the end and shake it up. But you could use a pitcher like this, fill it up with ice, pour your margaritas in it, or make your margaritas in it, and then serve from that, your choice. So once you have let this sit overnight, your guests are ready to come. You want to make your cocktail, and the first thing you're going to do is take a strainer and put it over your drink mixing vessel and pour it in there, because you want to strain out all that zest that you put in. But boy, you're going to see that it sure adds a lot of flavor. And I usually press out whatever extra juice is in there just to make sure I get all that good flavor from the juices. And what you'll find is you'll have about a cup of liquid. And this is a cup of your overnight sour mix. And then you want to pour out 8 ounces or 1 cup of your tequila. I'm going to use the 1800. I always use a Blanco or silver tequila for margaritas. So you put your 1 cup in there. And then 1 cup of an orange liqueur. Today we're using Naranja. This is a orange liqueur from Mexico, but you can use Cointreau, you can use Grand Marnier. Not that I recommend it, but triple sec works as well. So you had your 1 cup of sour mix, your 1 cup of tequila, and your 1 cup of your orange liqueur. And then I'm going to give that a little stir. And as I said, you can make it in a thing like this and then shake your cocktails for your guests, or you put it right in a pitcher full of ice and just serve it right into their glasses. So I'm going to put enough in here for a cocktail. Shake it up. You know I like my drink shaken. And then once you've shaken it up, you can serve this in a rocks glass. You saw last month I used a tall 14-ounce glass that I like to use for cocktails. But this time I'm going to use a fun glass. This is a Cantarito mug from Mexico. It's a clay mug. You can get them either in natural clay color or decorated like this. Adds a lot of fun to the drink, and more importantly, these clay mugs, and you can use them for mojitos, margaritas, you know, any kind of nice summer cocktail that you want to keep cold, and boy, do they really keep the drink cold. So I'm going to pour my margarita into the Cantarito mug. And there you have it. You have one very cold margarita, all with the fresh ingredients. I put the lime wheel on. As normal, I coated the side of my glass just half with salt so that you give your guest the option. I did that just by dipping it in a little bit of lime juice and then coating it with the salt. And there you have it, a beautiful margarita. I tell you what, these are some of the best margaritas I've ever had. Yes, it takes a little time, but so well worth it. So let's take a taste. Oh, now that is a perfect margarita. So to everyone, cheers. Happy Cinco de Mayo, and until next time.